Good evening, Charles Van Morgan. I'm out on the campaign trail. As you can see, I'm passing out a lot of these flyers. So I was off for a few days. Had a little ankle sprain. Fell off a damn front porch. So yeah, that happens. And I'm back out here trying to let my ankle heal a little bit. So I'm back out here knocking on doors, and I will make up for it in the days where there's early voting. I'll knock on the doors that I missed during this period. While my ankle's been hurt, I'll knock on doors during the early voting period where I can tell people you can go vote right now. Go right down to Meridian Baptist Church on Chapman Highway on August the 6th, and I'll start doubling up, knocking on more doors. And even possibly, if people want to, I can't tell them who to vote for, but even drive people to the polls. So might look into that. So we're trying to start out winning this election, get our foot in the door in city council, and then go from there. Maybe turn this city around, and who knows, maybe turn this state around in the citizens' favor. What you want to do instead of the Republicans, not the people, the leadership in Tennessee, and the Democrats, not the people, but the leadership in the Democrats party, and do what the people want. Because I think there's good people in both parties that have different views. They just have different ways to get to the same place, the betterment of society, government serving the people. And not like it is now where we're serving them. And I promise you, we're serving them. We're doing without and giving to them. Because even just a couple of days ago, they explained to us how they were going to raise our taxes here in Knoxville. And I put out on Facebook, I was going to explain, which is what I'm going to do, my plan to lower taxes. The mayor's saying she wants to raise them, and I don't doubt that one bit. She needs a little more of your money to foolishly waste it on stuff that you don't need or want, the stuff that they tell her to do out in Washington, because that's where she was at when we had a crisis here in Knoxville, her and her buddy that's running against me in this local race. So they're going to tax you more, because Washington's telling her to tax you more, and spend more money on stuff they want, and you pay for it and you don't get anything you want, and you better fall in line and behave, or they'll discipline you. They'll start doing stuff underhand and dirty, just like they did when they hired a police chief from Louisiana, one of the highest crime rate states in the nation, and brought him here to Knoxville with a lower crime rate than Louisiana, because he's going to make things better, right? No, he's going to do what she tells him to do. And they even hired an assistant chief from another state, overlooking the hundreds of young men and young women who could have served in those positions even better than the rest of their life for Knoxvillians for years. So I don't agree with that. No, I'm not saying I'd get rid of him, but they need to fall in line and do what we tell them to do. We the people, not the mayor. And I won't be her rubber stamper. Respectfully, we will get our way, the citizens here in Knoxville. And I've been listening to you all day today, and I appreciate so much. I get so educated. I don't have all the answers, but people here in Knoxville sure do. And let me tell you, I thank you all for the information you're giving me. So gracious and kind and smartest people. And some of you are a lot smarter than me. I'm telling you, thank you. The reason I'm smart is I know how to listen. I've listened to some of y'all some brilliant ideals, and I'm not going to divulge them because they'll steal them. And they won't even do my ideals, the ideals of citizens. They'll just tell you they are. And then do whatever the hell they want to do, which we don't agree with. So thank you, Knoxville, for the great information you gave me today while I was out asking y'all what you wanted to do. I heard you loud and clear, and you're wonderful. Thank you so much. And the way we can reduce taxes is they use the evaluation of house prices to raise your taxes in Knoxville. And that's not fair, because evaluation of your house taxes should benefit you mostly. It shouldn't cause you to pay more rent to the city. So back years ago, what you're paying in taxes is about what rent used to be. So you're actually paying rent to the city of Knoxville. They're your landlords. Is that what we think government should be, landlords, or we think that government should be servants? Now, my belief is, and don't vote for me if you don't agree with this, but my belief is that government people you elect are your servants. They serve you. They're not your lords. They're not your landlords. I wouldn't be your landlord. I'd be your servant to try to use the money that is absolutely necessary that we tax you for, and taxes are way too high, to do what you ask us to do for the benefit of the community here in South Knoxville, and the benefit of what you want, not what they want in Washington, which is exactly what they're doing. So let me make that very clear. If you elect me into public service, just like before, I served the public, was the best public servant that they had as far as keeping people from getting killed. One of the most important things. Now, they can lie, say all kinds of stuff about me that's not true, but numbers don't lie and degrees don't lie. And if you elect me in the City Council of Knoxville, we'll start from there, and I'll be the biggest public servant that is possible and serve you, and I won't be lord over you, and I will scrutinize your tax dollars and make sure that it benefits you Tennesseans with the roads fixed and what you want done. And I've heard that a lot today, and I appreciate it. So the way we can lower taxes is the sales tax. Now, I would tell you it's going to be on the ballot in November. I would ask you to vote against that. It's going to be up to public vote, and what they're going to do with that tax money is they're going to use it to do more foolish stuff and blow it on stuff that you don't want, didn't ask for, and don't need, and won't benefit Knoxville. So what I would ask you to do when it's on the ballot in November is vote no for the sales tax increase, because it's not going to help you. And the next thing they'll do is increase your property taxes. So you're going to be paying outrageous amount of tax for them so they can drive on roads. And they're going to put us all out on bicycles and on foot, and we can wave at the mayor and her friend while they're driving by us in a nice air-conditioned car or heated car in the wintertime, and we're out on bicycles, out on foot. They think it'll make us healthier, I guess, but we can walk if we want to. But the way the economy moves is through engines, electric and gas, not by foot traffic, and we need to open up the roads in Knoxville to vehicle traffic. Roads are for vehicles, roads are for cars. So the way we can lower taxes is lower the property tax here in Knoxville when I get in office, and we'll make a amendment, try to suggest that we lower the property taxes and then increase the sales tax to offset what we lose in property taxes. That way outsiders are paying for the services they use here in Knoxville, and we're getting an offset due to our property tax decrease. Because people here in Knoxville are at a set income, they can't afford any more taxes. So when we reduce the property tax, the amount you got to pay to the government will go down, and it'll be offset by a shared tax of even visitors. So that's my proposal, to lower taxes, to lower the property tax. They raised it by the valuation on their property. That's your benefit, should be most of it, because you're the one that bought the house. You're the one that's responsible for it, and you should benefit off the value of your property going up. It shouldn't be taxed in direct relation to their evaluation of your property. It should go down some or even stay the same depending on the economy, and they are going to raise it because they're going to live good even if they starve you out, and most of y'all understand that. So let's vote no on the sales tax increase until we can vote in a reduction in the property tax for everybody. If you own property in Knoxville, my plan is to reduce your property tax, and then when we get your property tax reduced, offset that by a increase in the sales tax, so that everybody, not just citizens, everybody coming in here can pay on that and not have to make people that live here sacrifice. And that is a way to do that. They're doing that successfully in other cities. It's not something new or an anomaly. It's something that they're doing everywhere, except for in cities like Knoxville, where they're trying to raise taxes across the board to get an enormous amount of money in government, and then they blow it. They don't use it right. So that's my plan, to reduce property taxes. God bless you all. Thank you all so very much. We're going to keep campaigning for City Council District 1, and we're knocking on doors every day, earning it the old-fashioned way, listening. And when we get in City Council, our promise is we'll listen to you and respectfully, where need be, disagree with the people in City Council and the mayor, and where we agree, when it benefits South Knoxville, we'll get it done. And we'll make city government work for you, and make city government your servant and not the other way around. So the way we can win the office is friends calling friends. There's no way we can keep up with the money that they got in Washington. They've stolen this money from you. That's how they got it, in tax money, and then they twist it around and they use it for campaign signs and campaign donations, and they get it from corporations that run the government, and you have very little to no say. So let's beat the big money. Let them get millions and blow it on wasted campaign signs, and we'll have a few, and do it the old-fashioned way, friends calling friends. Charles Van Morgan, you can early vote August 6th at the Meridian Baptist Church. Probably won't be a line the 6th through the 21st, and get us in the general election. So God bless y'all, and remember, God loves you, and I do too. Until next time, thank you very much.